在比赛中展现出了不错的这个表现。哦，这边原来是一台326的赛车冲出赛道，引发了前面的欲望。马上要来到全场的13号弯了，他会发起进攻吗？哇！潘一文的这个他直接把6号赛车撞退赛了。车队的另一台赛车杨安和徐泽宇，潘一文在这个弯和杰凯再次发生了碰撞，哇！杰凯的赛车被顶翻了。
并不是非常的激烈，各组内的车手可以更好。这边打滑了，曹曦宽的赛车，这边似乎尾部不太稳定啊。
And you can see that Zoe Skrimpias is already trying to put himself on the inside of the car. Oh, and Andreas Koenig gets sideways. Zoe Skrimpias then gets hit from behind. Internal rear view mirrors, they have a big screen, which the drivers love as Andreas Koenig goes around. He just carried a little bit too much speed out of the final turn, lost the back end. And Tal Alsher were very close together. No, absolutely nothing to do with Andreas Koenig. Tal Alsher just running a bit wide, perhaps under pressure from Andreas Koenig. And there, Andreas Koenig really pushing. Oh, and Andreas Koenig carrying a little bit too much speed. Oh, what a great shame that is. And I think what Andreas... Oh, and that was a big turnaround for Laura. Manages to get the car.
Like to make the move stick immediately, and he goes for it, and that was just...
Oh, and James Owen just collects the rear wing of the Laura. Well, Christoph Herney then completely on his own, just losing the back end of the car, and around he went.
Normally, that car is pretty well planted, but here it goes. Look, the back end's gone in quite early as well.
Very early. I wonder if there's some sort of failure. Is there any sign of a puncture on either the rear tyres or maybe some...
Gio, look, he makes the move on Nojiri, but the car just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop in any way, shape or form. He clips the back.
Yeah, I don't know. I just get the impression there, watching that doe focused on Nojiri, that maybe he just didn't quite see Oyu until it was too late, because he avoids, obviously swerves off the road to, okay, he did make small...
Uno traba el vehículo, se toca y adiós. Impresionante. Volou, literalmente.
Mas ali atrás a gente tem a disputa dos Opalas. E já tem toque lá atrás também com o tire, o gol. Puxa vida. E o Costa Wagner. E aí é perigo, porque o Costa Wagner consegue retornar, mas perde as posições ali pro Rafa Reis, pro Galide Osman e pro Pedro Cardoso. E aí agora é a vez do Regada sair. Vai, Jay Cascavel. E aí já tem o toque, e aí é feio. Quando pega, aí a situação é mais complicada. O Pedro Cardoso desgovernado deu sorte de cruzar a pista sem ninguém por ali.
Final de reta, olha. Foi. Vamos ver se vai parar. Nossa, bateu. Ele chegou a bater.
Daí você vai acompanhando a saída de pista bem na entrada do S. Brian Juan vai aos pneus, absorvendo, fazendo os trabalhos de absorção. Mas uma saída...
Accidente de Mikol. ¡Qué toma extraordinaria! Ahí estábamos viendo cuando se va un auto del equipo de Gieco y este a su vez... Bueno. El auto, bueno. Golpazo, un golpolco. Quedó de costado. Sí, fue un vuelco del...
Great start by Andrei Kurzim. He immediately moves over to the right-hand side. Whoa, big contact between Jose Eduardo Rodriguez and Sasha Lenz. Those two have clattered together and gotten stuck. The bumper bar of Jose Eduardo Rodriguez's truck caught on the rear but on the inside. Heinrich Clementecker just in front of Stefan Faast in the Chrome class. And look at Sasha Lenz coming through. 3 places gained for him already. Oh, big contact between John Newell and Mark Taylor. Mark is spun.
Coming out of the Goodyear hairpin and going up the hill, he loses it and spins round at the bottom of the hill. That's all fine. He hits the tyres gently.
As much warning as he got, and actually as the car is continuing to be in motion, second element, the fire wasn't really that present, and then as soon as the car stopped, it's able to gulp in a little bit more oxygen, and all of a sudden it just, which was the sensible thing to do. But the worry is how much how many fumes he's taken.
The grass and not moving it. But he's taken the stickers off at least one side of the car, glancing below with the barrier, and then little rotations. It came back and just.
Jetzt sehen wir noch einmal, wie es geschehen ist. Zu schnell verbremst und ab in die Gott sei Dank Reifen stapeln. Da dürfte nicht allzu viel hoffentlich geschehen sein.
And here, he was behind traffic, including one of the GT cars. He's been clipped by one of the Caymans, and that Cayman's gone off as well. In the first instance, and then the Porsche coming along and not slowing down. That secondary impact is absolutely horrible into a car that had already lost its driver's door. It's the Mercedes going through a gap that was narrowing. Fabian Schiller, and then clips the Porsche as he went by. Clipped two cars actually. That's going into a gap that is closing.
It's great for him that he's also doing racing over there, and he's doing very well. So yeah, Charles has fitted in very nicely.
Another car off the circuit. And this is the one yellow colour.
Yeah, often the only stickers they carried be those small ones along the bottom of the door that were the ones you needed to have as a bright yellow, be it number 445 BMW, right across the nose of one car, clattered into the nose of the Mercedes, and was the driver who ended up deep in the gravel.
Trying to start one.
Oh, wow. Wow. That is a... That's a big hit. Move the concrete barrier behind the tires.
This is a tricky corner. Herta's got the inside. That's the preferential line. Oh, and Will Power gets tagged.
By who? Santino Ferrucci, and it leads to where the back steps out on the brakes.
So at that point, when Will Power turns in, he assumes it's just Teo Porcher.
Mac.
Hits the brakes, just had no grip.
I mean, Vautier, what a brilliant job. In the next 10 seconds, he can stay on the lead lap.
It's the long way round. Ericsson drives him a little long. Oh, big contact. Lundgaard and Grosjean smashing. Oh, that's shades of thermal. Earlier, the penalty or not. Got pretty far up alongside, wouldn't you say?
Moves, get that lap back, and hope for a yellow.
Oh, around goes Joseph Newgarden. Spins and blocks.
You'll see it nice and clearly here.
So, the Indy 500 winner, Joseph Newgarden.
The top spot, and you're going to see a replay. She was headed down to turn number 1.
Yeah, just locked it up, and yeah, hit that wall pretty good. And that's a situation where you don't lock it up there. That's
in a clear space ahead of those guys, and boy, got the left side firestones through, but not the right side.
Yeah, and I think without seeing a
struggling down in the 19th position, Davey. This was coming off of turn 2, heading towards that long back straightaway. He was tucked in a pack of 4 cars and just lost it.
We've got an incident on course, Nick Yeoman.
Yep, Mark, that looks like it is exiting and trying to enter.
In Europe for the last few years, what happened?
Ooh, it just exited stage right hard.
And here's Christian Bogle sliding around.
Christian Bogle making a liar out of me. As I said, the track grip's coming up. We're seeing less sliding. And he goes, we'll get any benefit as we get a replay. James Rowe spinning and collecting Nolan Aller, Christian Bogle, and Niels Colin here.
Under investigation for the pit stop. And there it is, the car. Well, he's doing a few pirouettes to celebrate that investigation, I think, because Maxim Durek's at the wheel of that. It looks to me as though they pitted before the pit window.
今亀の子になった雰囲気もありましたね。
縁石でマシンバランスを崩してスピン。危うくなんとかこらえて逃げたと。
走りもしてるだろうから。
ケン・アレックススピンをしました1コーナー。
これは動くでしょう。動かないですか。
I'm just going to let you do your own maths. There is a replay as to what happened. So that is Sean Rashid getting straight into the rear end of Josh Erford into the first corner and just misjudged.
Oh no, Ping's on the inside. There's going to be contact here. Contact between Ping and Sharp, and also that the collateral damage in that is Ugo Chikwu, who's now in the wall. That is so unfortunate for Ugo Chikwu. It was Noah Ping on the inside of Sharp.
Attenzione qui con Milani, Stentelle, Buonanomi coinvolti in questo contatto e appunto Buonanomi assolutamente in cosa è accaduto con Pedetti che è arrivato lungo, ha sfiorato Tobler e poi l'incolpevole Buonanomi. Che sfortuna per Buonanomi,
anche
incredibile.
Ieri, anche in 2 o 3 posizioni dove effettivamente qui è andato molto sotto.
Attenzione Perego, Perego in ghiaia Le Villeneuve.
Down into turn 1, and this is when all hell broke loose. 2 Gensa Motorsport cars into the gravel. Jan Kohler also. Bertha going around. That was a big hit also on the exit of Tamburello. The tyre wall doing its job. 2 complete 360s for kart racing champion. And this is the incident that saw the end of the race for Kamal Murad and Ethan Isher. This is the incident that eliminated Jan Kohler. Contact with Alexander Savinkov, who does avoid damage down into the PHM drivers still racing Popov and Larini. This time they touch, and this time Davide Larini into the wall, into the gravel, and that's short.
Privilegiato, ha preso il cordolo della variante alta ed è finito contro la barriera. Poi guardiamo che questo invece è molto più brutto perché siamo con la vettura del debuttante Norge che è finito bagno di squadra proprio la prima posizione. Vedete che cosa è successo? Allora ha sbagliato Fabili l'uscita della Villeneuve, a quel punto il comando subito davanti a Pollini, ma attenzione, un incidente che ha coinvolto piloti delle file centrali. Italiano Gran Turismo, vediamo quello che è successo qui. No, invece è stato Andrea Palma che ha tentato la manovra su abbiamo Massimo Navatta e qui c'è il testacoda da parte della vettura di La Marca, mi sembra sì, è proprio La Marca. Guardiamo invece che cosa è accaduto tra Messina che è andato a girarsi e va a toccare le barriere della GT Cup. Qui c'è stato Randazzo che è andato a centrare Borrelli in un punto abbastanza pericoloso e vediamo.
Macari sta sfruttando, eccolo qua, e si conferma il problema tecnico di Palazzo che fortunatamente non si ribalta l'ostacolo e prova a raggiungere il leader, mentre qui contatto tra Campoli e Martinelli che termina la sua gara. Coinvolto Marchioro, no, qua si rinfila su Tagliente e Marchioro va lungo di suo e lo colpisce in pieno.
Я имею в виду Субару, напарник Артемий Мельников. Я говорил вам, что он мне жаловался, что многовато у него каких-то дурацких эпизодов в этом сезоне. Он из-за этого очень сильно расстраивается. Вроде бы темп есть, помогают. Вот как раз, посмотрите этот момент. Ну да, мне кажется, что просто уходил внутрь и задел здесь своего соперника. Как Турифт отвернул, да? Вообще мог быть жесткий. Посмотрите, борьба в эсках. Да, вот она, разгрузка, контакт. Но здесь ни в чем Петя не виноват. То Сидоров его поддел. И в итоге сам еще уехал. Ну да, трасса влажная, там есть кочки. Мы видели, как сильно там продолжаются, как мне кажется, у гонщика на корейском хэтчбеке. Нет, там был, кажется, еще один контакт, если я не ошибаюсь. Одна из машин стоит на дрэгстрипе.
Down the inside, Renee Gracie, Paul Stokell. Car, and it's involved in some contact with the Adrian Dietz, Tony D'Alberto, Lamborghini. Hopefully Tony D.
So and there is Tomasi. Tomasi into the back. Both of them just about spin. Peter Ingram's able to hold on to it.
Place to win one, mate. Porsche Racing as Clay Osborne wants down the inside. No! Takes out his Kiwi compatriot. Under braking it.
We knew he locked up down into turn 1. Does it grab a tyre again? No, all by himself, and unfortunately nowhere to go for the...
On the wrong
strong sign of cool. Richards is going to here right in front of the field. He doesn't get collected, but he hangs a forkless Peugeot trying to make it 3 wide. He's going to get hung out. Inevitably, someone was going to be turned around. And it's sent. Is that Nerwin or is that Sue?
Immédiatement, eh bien voilà une épreuve numéro 2 en ce qui concerne l'Alpine Elf Cup Series qui démarre mal. Oh, regardez effectivement ce concurrent qui est parti dans l'herbe là-bas.
This car begins to wander. Oh, Corley's sideways in a very hard contact with the wall. The tail end of the car whipped around, a hard side impact. Wilkerson runs down to a 4.
To have anything in common. Nope, indeed. Nick just went around on his own. And see if we can take a look at what happened there as he is off the racetrack. He has got those wheels turned as hard as he can turn them to the right. Unfortunately, just going to overcook it a little bit there into turn 2. And around he goes.
And is able to cut that car low on exit as the brush off of turn 2. The brush into turn 3. Loaded hard into the outside wall as they crash for the top spot. Caution is out. The rest.
Makes improvements there, but let's see what happened there. This was at turn 3. Oh, just a clash of 3 riders involved actually. The one that got sandwiched actually came away from it, but that is a very weird crash. Let's see what happens here. I think he loses the front. Yeah, there we go. The front just washing away there as he banks the bike in to the racing line, and that's just yeah, that can
teruskan apa yang berlaku sila. Ini seleko yang kerap. Pabrikan pelumba terjatuh dan dua tiga pelumba jatuh. Dan Danish
it's a big crash.
Saya sempat pabrikan Danish juga.
Through to Ramsey, then it's Hickman, Todd, Harris.
Wow.
Rob Hodgson straight back onto his.
Natürlich mit Hilfe des Windschattens.
Luca Hafenegger ist raus.
Sturz von Luca Hafenegger. Ja, auch Kevin war. Schnellste Rundenzeit 1:30. Oh, heftiger Abflug. Twan Smith. Da liegt er im Piece. Position Nummer 5. Oh, und gerade angesprochen, Sturz. Schade, Kevin Org ist gerade zu Sturz gekommen. Sehr
5,000 and no money looks like.
This is Hayden Gilliman. Oh, the incident that we saw just the tail end of moments ago, and we know that again Hayden was able to get up, but that was
the front as Chapin gets to and he goes down, and both riders down. Chapin now by himself, so Dreyer goes down and ends up. His body actually takes Craig. I mean, he's going to be, like I said, he's now 5th. And there's contact made between Dreyer and Ryan Wolf in turn 5.
ってますね。池田の後ろには浅井、詰まってしまって、転倒。浅井もったいない。浅井がこのヒートも見られそうですかね、厚田さん。はい。尾形が転倒。そして尾形。
handicap himself with such a bad start, and here he is. Oh, and there goes Sankey going through, and that discombobulates Everts. Everts dropping Vlanderen. Oh, and Vlanderen goes down, loses the front, just cut. Oh, and there's Gio going down. I just mentioned how well he was riding.
But I asked him, I was like, man, I was really shocked to see that you haven't had a podium, but like has his career.
It was Boomer and Hymas battling for it. Oh, there's the crash.
Yeah, the problem is once you're going this high speed, once you're going left, anybody that starts going right, it's a domino effect. All right, these lines are probably going to come close together. Yeah, both riders like, oh, sorry, no, I'm sorry. And then he's going to fill this track out, make sure that those...
Jet is down hard on the downhill.
And I saw the bike kicking around, and you can see this last little hump, the bike kicks out. And yeah, the Olympics, that's Olympics promo right there for you. Yeah.